The 1970s wasn't just a decade, it was a revolution in sound. It gave us the loudest guitars, the wildest hair, and some of the most unforgettable rock anthems of all time. In this countdown, we're going back in time to relive 10 rock songs from the 1970s that the world will never forget. Each track changed the game, made history, or just stuck in our heads forever. Let's turn up the volume and start from number 10. Barracuda, Heart, 1977. This song hit like a lightning bolt. Heart, led by sisters Ann and Nancy Wilson, released Barracuda in 1977, and fans instantly loved its aggressive guitar and powerful vocals. It was Heart's response to unfair treatment from their record label, and wow, did it pack a punch. The main riff is still one of the most recognizable in rock history. Fun fact, the Wilson sisters wrote it in just minutes after a frustrating radio interview. 9. Freebird. Lynyrd Skynyrd, 1973. If you've ever heard someone shout, "Play Freebird," at a concert, this is why. Lynyrd Skynyrd's Southern rock classic starts slow, but builds into a nearly 5-minute-long guitar solo that's legendary in rock music. It became a symbol of freedom and rebellion. Fun fact, the full album version runs over 9 minutes long. Most radio stations had to cut it.
I must be smoke on the water.
8. Smoke on the Water. Deep Purple, 1972. This is the riff that nearly every beginner guitarist learns first. Smoke on the Water tells the true story of a fire that broke out at a Frank Zappa concert in Switzerland, destroying a casino. Deep Purple watched it from across a lake and turned it into one of the greatest rock songs ever. Fun fact, the lyrics are basically a news report. It really happened. 7. Go Your Own Way. Fleetwood Mac, 1977. Behind the catchy melody lies heartbreak. Fleetwood Mac's Go Your Own Way was written by Lindsey Buckingham about his breakup with fellow bandmate Stevie Nicks while they were still touring together. The song is raw, emotional, and surprisingly upbeat. Fun fact, Stevie Nicks hated the lyrics, but the song became a classic anyway.
All these lines in my face getting clearer.
6. Dream On. Aerosmith, 1973. Steven Tyler wrote Dream On when he was just a teenager, but it became the song that launched Aerosmith into stardom. It's about chasing your dreams, even when the odds are against you. The song didn't become a big hit until it was re-released in 1976. But when it hit, it changed everything. Fun fact, Steven Tyler actually sang the original version in a much lower voice to hide how high he could go. 5. Paranoid, Black Sabbath, 1970. This song was written in just 20 minutes, and it helped create heavy metal. Black Sabbath's Paranoid had no fancy studio tricks, just raw guitar, simple lyrics, and Ozzy Osbourne's unique voice. It became their biggest hit and helped define a new genre of rock. Fun fact, it was added last minute because the album needed one more track. 4. Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen, 1975. No one had ever heard anything like this before. Bohemian Rhapsody was part opera, part ballad, part headbanger, and entirely Queen. It broke all the rules, over 6 minutes long, no chorus, and way too complex for radio, but fans loved it anyway. Fun fact, the song was almost not released because executives thought it was too weird.
Welcome to the Hotel California.
3. Hotel California, Eagles, 1976. This song is like a dream and a warning. The Eagles' Hotel California feels like checking into a beautiful place you can't escape. With haunting lyrics and a hypnotic guitar solo, it became a radio staple and won a Grammy. Fun fact, the final guitar duel was recorded live in one take.
Then she lit up a candle. Stairway to heaven.
2. Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin, 1971. You can't talk about 70s rock without this song. Stairway to Heaven is considered by many the greatest rock song of all time. It starts soft and mystical, then builds to a thunderous climax. Every part of it feels like a journey. Fun fact, the song was never released as a single, but still became a radio legend.
And when she gets there, imagine all the people.
1. Imagine, John Lennon, 1971. We end with a song that went beyond rock into something universal. Imagine by John Lennon is peaceful, hopeful, and powerful. It became an anthem for a better world, calling for peace without borders, religions, or possessions. A simple song with a massive impact. Fun fact, the piano Lennon used to record Imagine is now a museum piece. These 10 songs didn't just rock the charts, they rocked hearts, minds, and history. From heavy metal to soft ballads, from protest to power, the 1970s gave us songs we'll never forget. Which one is your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more musical journeys. Until next time, keep the music alive.